the beauty of her gifting is she can educate and she can connect with kids and young folks. The other thing is just by design, she's a wife. And so she's a great wife at that. And so
Purpose driven living, that's the motto. Purpose driven living, boy, that's the motto. If God orders my steps, then I'ma follow. We just steward the gifts that we borrow. Purpose driven.
I want to sort of talk a little bit because we talked offline about how your wife and you and your wife have been able to strategically changes and be able to serve together and make whatever decisions you guys are making, doing them together. So I'm curious to hear how you guys are teaming up, how you serve, how your family looks to be able to serve your community and your family, man.
Yeah. So one of the things that my wife is an educator. She taught for 8 years prior to staying home after we had our third kid. But the beauty of her gifting is she can educate and she can connect with kids and young folks. The other thing is just by design, she's a wife. And so she's a great wife at that. And so two things that I think has been such a gift in my marriage is because we are married and we love each other and we want to continue to work on our marriage. We saw fit that how about we help other people in marriage? And so over the last 5 years, we've been able to get certified in a couple of different marriage assessments. So together, we help other couples who want to get married through premarital counseling. And so that's been such a gift, our teaming up in that ministry. We also help couples who are married and just need some support. So marriage enrichment on the post end of things. So that's been really great. And we helped actually bring a curriculum to our church. It's a 9-week curriculum. We help just a cohort of married couples come together and create vulnerability, a space for affirmation in marriage, and just like a marriage champion cohort. So that's been really great as we think about us teaming up. Obviously in the context of our relationship, we have kids, so parenting, we team up in parenting. So she takes the bulk of the load right now in their education.
Hi, at Lenore Coaching, we work with a wide variety of job seekers, including students, early career professionals, and experienced professionals, with services including job search strategy, career exploration, personal branding, networking, interview preparation, as well as resume and cover letter writing. So you guys can contact us first by reaching out to our website, which is www.lenorecoaching.com.
You can also contact us via social media. We have Instagram and Facebook pages, Lenore Coaching LLC.
I help really educate them in a spiritual aspect, and I help lead our home when it comes to things of faith and in athletics. Well, and that's the other thing too. We both love fitness. So we're always working out. We serve and volunteer at our local gym in our child care area, right? She loves kids. And so that's kind of how we've been partnering in that way. And so, and in anything that I do, I can't do it without her. That's just who it is. That's so good. One of my weaknesses, and I don't know if this is worth offering, is I'm not a great writer.
Okay.
But because of the type of job I have, either at work or in ministry as a leader, I have to communicate a lot. Sometimes be written. So she basically is my communicator.
Wow.
So there's not a thing that comes out from me that she doesn't see. But I think because of that, she's also growing in her leadership ability because she's hearing how I'm processing. She's helping me write as a leader. It's been humbling having to submit myself in that way. I'm very vulnerable when it comes to writing, but she helps me. She's my strength in that.
That's awesome.
And that's been amazing. So I'm not who I am, as you consider this whole conversation, without her. And I'm grateful for her. She's been one of the best things that's ever happened to me. So I'm grateful that God, and I'm grateful that she chose me.
Yeah. Man, no, that's...
Yeah, it's humbling. So yeah, we got premarital counseling tomorrow. We're looking forward to it. Just hanging out with couples. We had a couple over yesterday. And so I would recommend it to any married individual, anybody who is in a strong relationship. One of the most meaningful things you can do to grow in your relationship is help other relationships, because it starts to remind you of like where you all are. And so it's
that's solid.
Yeah, it's been a gift.
Now, that's good. I think what I'm hearing from you, man, that service piece, it keeps getting echoed in every aspect of your life, putting yourself in a position to give, and it's been able to give back to you in return, to have a fruitful marriage, a marriage that you enjoy and that's productive, man, and it's a blessing to others. And the other takeaway, man, I keep hearing You say it from in and out of a couple things, but like you really take a strength-based approach. You highlight sort of what your differences is or your weaknesses are, you know, and allowing for help in those areas. So writing being one of those examples.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it sounds like that's something that you leverage not just in family and marriage, but in every aspect. So I appreciate you sharing that, man. I'm curious, man, as we sort of land this plane, thinking about, you know, staying away from this word balance, but thinking away, how do you sort of navigate the challenges of family, you know, vocation, ministry? What sort of feedback would you give to those that might be listening out there, man?
Hey family, it's your boy Quintrell Lenore here with brand new merch to keep you guys looking good this season. We have long sleeve, short sleeve, as well as hoodies. Check us out at gumroad.com/PDL apparel. We got all the swag you need to stay covered in purpose.
Yeah, so one of the things I mentioned earlier when we did the rookie symposium for our incoming freshmen at James Madison University, one of the exercises we took them through is values. You know, there's a saying, and I don't think it's only a Christian saying. I think it's a saying in general, and that is, if you stand for nothing, you fall for anything.
Okay.
And so we take them through values because I think it's an important aspect of grounding yourself, knowing what you stand for and what's important to you really helps you to be able to navigate and filter through what you will do and what you won't do at any given time. And you know, and the mission statement also helps too. It helps you focus. Really, it helps you identify what you need to say no to. So, you know, I think some of the things that we value kind of help us say no to a lot. I have to say no to a lot all the time.
Yeah.
And at first it was hard, but now I'm starting to recognize, like, again, when you are rooted in your values, it really helps you understand what you can and cannot do.
Mhm.
And so for me, it's faith, family, and then there's some ones that still F's like fitness and then finances, and friends. But the faith and the family thing really helps me out as I think about trying to stay balanced. And
Mhm.
so, you know, the thing that I also want to encourage folks with is, you know, I think sometimes we compromise what we stand for and or what we
Yeah.
value
Yeah.
because we want to move too fast. And the parable that I always try to bring up when I'm coaching somebody, or at least especially young folks, is the parable of the tortoise and the hare. And anytime you read that story, no matter how many times you read the story, the tortoise always wins. And so I only share that because I think in our generation, where everything is about instant gratification, everything's at your fingertips, I think we've you know, we've been overwhelmed with the lie that we have to have everything now.
Yeah.
And so if you can just be diligent and intentional and trust the process. I
Trust the
love that.
process.
Yeah, trust the process. That came from the Philadelphia 76ers most recent team. You know, in time, you'll be where you need to be. Um, knowing that it really is the process that's the gift along the way. There's so much that you can enjoy today. And so not missing all the opportunities to gain wisdom, gain insight, and just make memories every day.
Mm,
Busy chasing like something you want tomorrow. So,
that's good.
you know, and I look up, just practically speaking, people who I'm aspiring to be, man, they're in their 60s, and it took them 60 years to get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, just with a little bit of work and patience and diligence, you'll get there. You don't want to burn yourself out, you know, just chasing after the win. So
That's good.
yeah. If you have some values that you can have to kind of help you filter through some of these decisions to keep you grounded. But you need some people too to just help you along the way to keep you
Mhm.
grounded and help you focus on what you should be focused on. That community piece is huge. So yeah, that's
Wow.
what I would offer.
That's perfect, man.
Yeah.
Love it, man. And you kind of mentioned uh, self-reflecting, discovering those personal values. I don't
Mm,
think we spend enough time doing that. And, you know, often, you know, folks don't know how to understand where do I do that? You kind of talk to over and over, you know, you leaning into mentorship and getting advice from other folks.
yeah.
Sounds like that's been a probably the initial mechanism for you to self-assess your values. But obviously, you know, working in your world of organization development, there's tons of different assessment tools to use to glean what your values are, man.
Yep.
Man, Ray, you drop gems on dreams, brother.
Hey, what's going on, family? Do not forget to check out the music that inspired the movement, PDL. This project is by yours truly, Quintrell Lenore. It's streaming on all major platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, you name it, go check it out. This project was produced by Dilly Got It Bumpin'. It's awesome music to help you guys stay motivated and to worship in this season.
Thank you, man.
what you shared is definitely personal, and you being transparent with your story is going to bless somebody out there, whether it be vocationally, you know, within their family, whatever it might be, man. I think that, you know, your story is going to be a blessing to others, man. As we close out, man, are there ways that folks can connect with you? And do you have any, you know, any literature, any resources that you would like to provide for folks?
Folks want to hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on Instagram, and feel free. I mean, I would love to chat, shooting the ideas and thoughts, and come to serve and support if that's something that you also see as something that I could do.
Perfect, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
Ray, man, it's been a pleasure catching up with you, brother. We look forward to these episodes dropping, folks being able to hear a little bit about your story, man. It's certainly going to bless somebody out there, man. Appreciate your time, your expertise, brother. It's been a pleasure, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Quintrell. I appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely, man.
Purpose driven living, that's the motto.